guys, and welcome to today's video. Today is my gift guide video. I had thought long and hard about doing one. I'd seen several of them and I thought, just like the sale videos, it's I feel like everybody's doing them and there's nothing I can bring to it. And then I thought, you know what? If you are anything like me, you have in your life received presents where you know that they meant well, that they tried to be thoughtful, but they just missed it. So I put together a list of gift ideas that I would like to receive, that I know I would enjoy. And some of them are on sale, some of them are Black Friday, and some are not. But I think they're all really good ideas, and you might find one or two ideas in here that will work for the people who are on your list. I'm a person who loves coffee. I love coffee, and I actually think coffee is a beautiful gift, as are teas, and this time of year, cocoa and marshmallows. And I also have always loved to have a special cup for myself. I don't know what it is, it makes me feel like self-care, like a moment to myself when I'm drinking my coffee or my tea out of a cup that does not match anything else I have. It's just for me. And it's beautiful. And it's those little beautiful things for me that, I don't know, what can I say? It's the little things in life. It's the little things in life. So I went looking for a couple of beautiful cups and I found some beautiful cup and saucer sets. If you're buying for somebody who likes art, you might want to go to the Met because they have a lot of great ideas for gifts. But I love this Van Gogh cup and saucer. So pretty. So pretty. And then I found this saucer from Wedgwood, also beautiful. You'll find a variety of prices from $20 up to $80 for something like this. So there's high and low for everything that I'm talking about, for the most part. Everything that I'm talking about will be listed and linked down below, as is my makeup. For coffees, I think it's a fun idea to do coffees of the world. Little sets of coffees if you can find them. Again, I'm going to link some ideas of things I found. And for teas, you can actually have something quite beautiful and beautiful tins. There's such a large variety. Again, you could find something at Target, you could find something at Bloomingdale's, and I'm going to be putting in pictures here of some of the things that I've found that I think would be beautiful. You can kind of maybe pick the tea first and then put a nice set together that is color themed, but I find tins in lots of different colors, so whichever way it is. I have to say I have a lot of tins like these from holidays, from cookies, the Italian cookies and teas and whatnot, and I just like having them around. They make me happy. Speaking of Williams-Sonoma, look at this hot cocoa and marshmallow set. I think this is adorable. This could go with your tea and saucer, or you can get a wintry mug to go with it. I found some at Target that looks like they might be good little stocking stuffers. And then I found this cocoa bomb. I guess you put it into your hot milk and it kind of explodes and you have everything you need in it at Williams-Sonoma. Williams-Sonoma also has that French, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Yule log. And some of them look so beautiful, I want them in my face. It's a great place to go to for ideas for food. Yeah. So there's kind of two ideas. A cup and saucer with some coffees or teas, maybe a mug instead if you're going to do hot cocos. But there's so many options in the hot cocoa world. I think they're really adorable gifts. Something that children would love and adults would love. Now, clothing. I think clothing is iffy. I think it's a danger zone. But there is one area of clothing that isn't all that dangerous, and that is scarves. I found that on the outnet.com you can find some beautiful, beautiful scarves. And depending on where you're living, if you're living in a cool climate, all people are going to see of you, many people, is your coat and your scarf. So why not make it a beautiful one? I think it's a very special gift. And in fact, somebody actually did give me a scarf from one of these brands. And it was, you know, that kind of thing where it's like, wow, how thoughtful. What a fantastic gift. I think of the person who gave this to me every single time I wear it. They have scarves from lines like Missoni and Etro, who I adore. Valentino, who knew, made some really beautiful scarves. Pucci and Dries Van Noten, which there's one that I really, really want. And I might have to buy it for myself. But I think scarves, for me, is about as far as you want to go when it goes to clothing. Home accessories, the same thing. Blankets, sweaters, socks, all that stuff. You just run the risk of letting someone down. But they put on a cheerful face. Oh, yeah. And I made that mistake. That's why I'm here to tell you. I've made that mistake where I bought a sweater I thought was really beautiful, and I could tell the person I was giving it to, not so much. I bought my mom this beautiful robe. I loved it. She actually laughed out loud because it was so rich in its coloring. I thought it was so beautiful. She thought it was a joke, and I was devastated. If you have someone in your life who is a reader or a writer, I think Barnes & Noble is a fantastic place. They have a whole gift section where you can take a look, but why not a reading light? I know that as you get older, it's harder to read at night because you really need that light right on your book. But these are like $10. They're great stocking stuffers, but if you wanted to put together a whole bundle, you could maybe do that, maybe do a beautiful bookmark, and maybe do a gift certificate. I know a lot of people think a gift certificate is not personal, but I disagree with that. If they're buying you a gift certificate for a place that you love, for items that you love, I think it's thoughtful. It's saying, I know you enough to know that you would appreciate a book, but I don't know what you're reading. I don't know what you already have. So why not put a couple of things together for readers in your life? Of course, there's always art books, but again, I think that's kind of personal, unless you absolutely know 100% that the person you're buying for is dying for a specific art book to finish a collection, for instance, for their decor. I would personally kind of stay away from that. Now for writing, I am a person who loves the feeling of pen to paper. I mean, loves it. You can buy beautiful pens all over the place. You can spend some money and go to Tiffany, or you can get some at Barnes & Noble. But paper, 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 paper. I love paper. I don't know what's wrong with me. Journals are fantastic. I have this set here. It's a set of 3 journals, and I use these journals for ideas for videos and writing down some research for some videos. I also have a calendar, which actually, it's not a calendar, but you know what I mean. It's from the Paper Source, and this is where I write down ideas on the side, and in the calendar itself, what day I'm shooting what, when am I editing, when am I posting, and it kind of keeps this whole thing moving. I also have one from Kate Spade, and that's where I put my real life, and I'll write things like, this is what I ate today. I don't do it all the time, but I really need to. This is how I exercise today. It's more about personal stuff, plus appointments, but trying to keep this okay. It's a journey. This time of year, a lot of people would probably want something like that because some people just, they forget. Oh yeah, I need a new calendar. I need a new date book. I need a new agenda. I think it's someplace where you can buy pretty risk-free. And those are some of my favorites. Those are things that I have. Another danger zone is perfume. I love perfume. Perfume, scented home, the whole bit. It really can transport your mood or just transport your mind. But it's very, very personal. I know in my life people have bought me perfume, good intentions, but not something I like or I would wear. I think there's a couple of different ways you can go here. One, several brands make discovery sets, and that's particularly great for somebody who's just learning about perfume or somebody who doesn't know a particular line. Diptyque has this lovely little packaging here. I think this is so adorable. And Dior has one that's a little bit more expensive. Guerlain has one as well, but it's even more expensive, which I didn't include here, but just for kicks, I will link it down below. And Penhaligon's, which is a UK brand. I used to be able to find it here at Scent Bar, but I don't know who's carrying it anymore. A great way to buy with those kinds of brands, especially brands that you really don't have access to, is through Discovery Sets. If you don't like something, it's no big deal. If they're giving you 10 things to choose from, there's a really good chance you're going to like, or the person you're gifting to is going to like, a couple of them. Another thing you might consider doing is do a discovery set and a gift certificate. So when they find one they like, they can go ahead and buy the full bottle. Now, speaking of samples and bottles, something else you might want to consider, if the person you're buying for you really believe is going to love a certain bottle of perfume. Most perfumes are not returnable. So if you go to Lucky Scent, for instance, you can't return an opened bottle. But from Lucky Scent, you can buy, at the same time you're buying the bottle, you can get a sample of anything you want for a couple of bucks. Get a sample of the same bottle that you're buying and, put it in the bow. So you tell them, look, if you don't like it, you can return it. Just try the sample first and make sure. And another thing that you can do is if you know that they are a single perfume kind of person, they wear the same perfume and have for a while, maybe it's time for them to get a new bottle or a variation. So if they do EDT, buy EDP. If they do EDP, EDT or pure parfum. Some brands even make body powders and body lotions that would help complete their sets. And I know that I like those kind of things because I don't always buy them for myself. Not too many brands do this anymore, so it certainly depends on what perfume they're wearing, but I think that's a good idea. Oh, and I forgot, Chantecaille also has a discovery set. L'Occitane is having their Black Friday sale right now, and there's lots of gifts on their website. For instance, they have an ornament that you can put on a tree, but they also have 3 little minis in there with some of their classic things. Their bath chalet, their hand lotion, and I think maybe it was a body lotion, but they have several of those. I happen to love everything from L'Occitane that is almond scented. I love their almond scented products. They have beautiful hand lotions, and this time of year you can often find them with special designs on them instead of the plain one, and you can also get them in minis, which are also great stuffing stalkers, but a set of 3, well, I think is great. One in the kitchen for after your dishes, for instance, one in the purse, one in the car. So either way, you can break them up or you can give them as one. I love the the shower oil. I love the shower oil. It's a very unusual oil. It's not like it's like a gelée and an oil combined into one. And when you take a shower with that, your whole room smells delightful, and the room next to it, I find it to be very relaxing scent and very warm and cozy, and I especially like that in the cooler months. So that's a nice website to browse around in, and you might find some good deals for a variety of people. They even have things for men, which I have not mentioned, but shaving things for men, personal things for men. And I think it's hard to go too wrong at L'Occitane. And then finally, candles. So we're doing the scented stuff here. I adore candles. I could tell you 5 candles that I think everybody should have. Well, I don't know if this is on sale, but there's one, and I can't remember the name of it, that is very, very beautiful. And it is like a smoky, woody tobacco kind of scent, which is my jam. I put a picture up here, and I'll find a link and put it down below. But the one I wanted to talk to you about today is a company called the Harlem Candle Company. I don't know too much about it, but I believe it was started by a woman who lives in Harlem. And I'd like to support a woman's business. I probably should look this up, but I feel 99% that this is a woman's business. And the candles are kind of based, they're themed on jazz musicians from, the 20s, 30s. So there's a Duke Ellington, I believe there's a Josephine Baker, The one I like the most is called Langston. There's two versions of Langston. I like the one in the blue, and it is pretty much, I think they're calling it tobacco and amber, and it's just smoky and rich and dark and yummy, and I cannot get enough of it. And the containers are gorgeous. So the one I like is in a beautiful blue. There's a red one, there's a black one, I think there's a gold one, and I do not throw these away when I'm done with them. I might put brushes into them. I mean, this is another candle. This is where some of my brushes go. Or I'll just actually, I know this is a little strange, but remember, I live alone. On my stairs going upstairs, I have some glass candles left over that I just happen to like them. I'm not going to get rid of them. So that, my friends, wraps it up. This is probably the most different video you've seen on gift ideas from the beauty community. Not a single beauty thing. I know my tastes are a little bit different than most people, so I feel in a way that what I'm offering you today, just like this is the whole world and this is me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't relate. It's very possible that out of everybody who watches me, this many are like, yeah, I'm going to go over this direction, and one of you will be more like me. For whoever you are who finds this helpful, I'm so glad. I'm so glad if this can be helpful to you, and I'm so glad that you spent some time with me. And that's going to wrap it up. I'm wishing you a happy Black Friday shopping day. Be sure to click these links right away, because I know some of these brands have already started Black Friday, and I'm not sure how it'll end. You know, is it going to end Friday night, or is it going for a couple of days? I don't know. But that's it. Happy shopping. I hope you have a successful shopping day, and I hope you have a lovely time with your family. And that's it. Thanks for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful. I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. I'm wishing you good health.